Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another video on Marvel Strike Force. I am recording this a bit late at night, so I'm trying to keep my voice down. But there's a few things that I want to talk about because the race to X is on. Xavier has started. There's a few scummy thing, in my opinion, that's a bit scummy in terms of the lack of transparency in the Xavier saga. Now, some of you guys might know this already because you watched the video about the mods and the game mode stuff that's active in the Xavier saga, but nowhere do they actually show that's actually the case. And we're going to take a look at this as well. And the Daredevil event is not, it's available for some people, and for some others, it's not. So that's a bit of a problem as well, because anyone who claimed the free claims and maybe even spend money, and if they didn't have this active, is still not here in my milestone. So that's a pretty big problem. We're going to talk about a few of these things. So if you're ready to go, everybody, let's boil this down. Okay, and the first thing that I want to talk about is the race to X. So the race to X is on. It's for 30 days. This is not surprising because that's what it was for Odin. But I think that what I'm surprised about is that this is a lot harder. It's different than Odin. So that's a bit of a problem, I think, there. But as far as how you get the red star, so I cleared all of the stuff that's currently available right now. So I did all of the regular stuff. We'll kind of go over that as well. But I got myself to a 2 red. And so this is everything without any gear tier 20 characters. And basically you get 1 red per section. So this is going to be your city. This is going to be 4 is going to be your global villain, and then 5 is going to be global hero. I think it goes in that order as well. And then cosmic villain for the 6 red, and then cosmic hero Lalandra for milestone 7, the 7 red. So that's how it goes basically there. But the 30 days, like I'm not even sure if I'll clear city. Maybe I'll clear city within 30 days after the net. I mean, it really depends, right? Because the only way that Gear Tier 20 is available is in the X-Coin store, and the leaderboards every 2 weeks, and there might be 2 more leaderboards, I guess. But if it's not the right origins that I need for the city section, which is going to be a lot of skill, then I'm not going to be able to get this through. So that's going to be a bit of a problem there as well. But here's what I really want to get to. And by the way, you can go into the Epic campaigns and you can find yourself the Professor Xavier saga, and you can see you can work your way through some of this stuff. The Nimrod chapter specifically, you can clear all of this, and you can work on the first section of Gladiator Hard. Now I've cleared this, but for some reason, I guess the heroic doesn't open up until you have 5 gear tier 20 characters. So do keep that in mind, that it's not actually going to show until you actually do that. The Nimrod saga, there's some good training mods. I'll admit there's some good training mods in there for people who need them. There's some gold, there's some T4 and stuff like that. So it's not terrible, right? So I guess it's quote unquote free, stuff that you're going to get for doing this. Anyways, it's not that difficult, honestly. I mean, because it's gear tier 17, 18, and 19, but you can, essentially use whoever you want. And I mean, for me, it was an auto, but I mean, the types of characters that you could use, is right there, right? Like these are my top 5 characters that I have in my roster. So this is what I used for these. Didn't have that much trouble. They're gear tier 19. Shouldn't be that hard. Use some of your top meta characters. If you have Odin, it's going to be a walk in the park anyways. Now, when it comes to the Gladiator section, I want to talk about what I don't like and what I'm annoyed about, actually, is that it doesn't tell you, it doesn't say anywhere, nowhere here at all, does it say that the special mode stuff is active. And for City, it's the text on the Vigilante characters, right? The fact that the Vigilante characters can be used without the full team. And so that is nowhere in the text. And also special callouts for the characters, right? For the Vigilante characters. And when it comes to Shadow King, which is a global hero and global villain, that has, I think global hero has war, right? It's war for global hero. It's war for a cosmic villain as well. And none of this in any of these, the info booth or nothing, like it doesn't say anything about all this stuff, and it doesn't say it on the notes either. Because if we go back to the Gladiator section for City, where Vigilantes are, it doesn't say anywhere here on the screen about this kind of special, the mods, right? The mods, it doesn't say anything about it. So they really need to add that in, because it's super scummy and it lacks transparency. Yes, there was recommendations of the characters, but they didn't really explain why these characters were recommended, right? And I think we talked about that in the other video, was that, the game mode text is active, so it does make sense, but we as the players don't know this publicly, and I think it's really fucked up that they don't actually tell it to us. Now, I want to go into one of the nodes. So I did do vigilantes. I did core for Silver Sable, by the way. So because after I heard about this stuff, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to use vigilantes, and I do want to get them a little bit early unlocked. Whenever they fix this stupid Daredevil event, it should be I should start to accumulate shards for him for when I get to gear tier 20. But let's just go into this note here, right? And so I have the three vigilantes: Punisher, Elektra, and Silver Sable, who's at gear 19, and then we have a Blade and Oath. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to do Silver Sable, Daredevil, Hitmonkey, and then Blade and Oath. That's what I'm hoping to do for the city section. But I just want to show you. I want to go into the battle. I want to show you what happens with Silver Sable, because all of her text is activated in here, and it just doesn't tell you anywhere here. You can see Daredevil Modern in the visuals here, which is pretty funny. Like, I'm pretty sure even here it does not say that. It says defeat all enemies before the countdown, right? But it doesn't say anything about the tech stuff. And so I want to talk about that. So Silver Sable goes first. But if you look at her text, right? So on War Offense, if there's at least one villain, apply trauma to all enemies. Also in raids, do the same thing. So, right? This stuff is all active. This stuff is all active as well. The duration of positive effects, that's active as well. But you just wouldn't know it because it doesn't say anywhere here. Like, unless you watched my video, right? Or if you looked at the Reddit post related to this, then you just wouldn't know it. So I want to put this on 2x just so you can see what happens, right? So she does the AoE, she does all that. So they all get disrupt and heal block, but you can see that they all get 2 turns of trauma. And that's only active if there's a villain. Number one, if there's a villain on War Offense, and then in raids, right? So I don't even know which one is active, right? I don't think it's. I don't think I don't think there's War Offense buffs or raid buffs. I think it's just. I think it's just Silver Sable. I think the Vigilante characters have all of their stuff activated regardless of the game mode. I think that's what's going on, because I don't think there's. For Blade and Oath, who are also raid characters, I don't think their special stuff works. So I'm just going to go over here. Anyways, I don't care about. I've already cleared the node, so I don't really care that much about it. But I just kind of wanted to show you guys, like, they're in raids. If this primary target has more than 3, well, they don't have vulnerability, so that doesn't matter. But I don't think the raid mode text is activated, because if that was the case, then I would have generated ability energy, and I didn't see that. So again, I think it's just on the new characters where this stuff is getting activated, and I really don't like that. I kind of screwed up the node anyways. That's not how I'm supposed to play the node. But, so Blade and Oath don't get any special buffs here. I mean, they're hitting pretty hard anyways, but that's not the point. Like, in raids, steal 40% health. Like, I'm pretty sure that's not happening here. It would hit for a lot more, maybe. No, would it? Oh, well, I don't think so. I don't think the raid text is activated, but it is specifically for these characters. So again, it's not listed, and that's my main problem with it, is that it should be. There should be somewhere where it states this, whether it's in the node itself, or it should be before you go in, like a mod, like it would be in Battle World, right? And this is for all the sections, because they all have special additions to it that make using certain characters better. Old Man Logan, the Liberty team for Global Hero. I don't think there's a buff for Orcus, or Ares in Apocalypse for that matter, actually. But there is for, Shadow King would get buffed in the War section for Cosmic Villain, because there's War buffs active. And the Cosmic Hero section has Cosmic Crucible. Sorry, it's a bit late over here, so I kind of blanked for a second. So I think that's something that they need to fix. It kind of pisses me off. I'm just trying not to be too loud about it. And it's something that I really hope that they consider, because it's not transparent in the slightest. And I know that Scopely isn't very known for being transparent, but I think in this instance that they should, in my opinion. Yeah, I don't know. There we go. I haven't seen this graphic yet. That just popped up. I mean, I did do this little table here. I mean, it's basically what I just said, right? So if you do all of the non-G20 stuff, you're going to get a 2 red. Let's just zoom in a touch. You're going to get your 2 red XAVIER. G20 City, you'll get 3 red. G20 Global Villain, 4 red. Global Hero, 5 red, Cosmic Villain 6 red, Cosmic Hero, Lalandra 7 red. So I don't know. Maybe I'll get a 3. I don't see myself doing more than, I don't see myself getting 10 characters geared up in 30 days. That's just probably not happening. So I guess I might, walk away with City done, because I think I do have a little bit of extra Mystic gear, and I think I do have some skill gear that I'm sitting on as well. That I think once Daredevil Modern comes out, once I get him unlocked, I think I'll be taking him up, and I should be able to finish City within 30 days. But other than that, yeah, I'm surprised they didn't give us like 60 days for Race of X. I think that would have been a bit better, but they're not doing that. So hey, there you go. Also, in case anyone was wondering, the Shadow King event, the trial, is not here. The Shadow King Command Center event is here, but I guess the expectation is that in 14 days, when this runs out, or maybe even next week, that there will be the actual Shadow King trials. But the Shadow King trials are not here. However, there is some decent stuff. I do want to warn people, though, that I think this is a trap. I think that they're wanting you to blow your ISO 8 energy, because you're going to get the Shadow King's Awaken passive. And there is probably going to be an ISO 8 energy event very soon. You need to spend 20,000 ISO 8 energy in order to get the Shadow King passive and the 200 T4s. But I would warn people and caution people about doing this, because almost certainly that there is going to be an ISO 8 energy event. It could even be a leaderboard event coming soon after everyone blows this. So I'm probably not going to engage in it. I don't really care that much about that particular ability. It's nice to have, but I'll wait. If you can see, my energy sources are pretty high. I got like 5,600 ISO energy and 4,000 campaign energy. I'm just waiting for next week or the week after to start using some of these energies when they bring it into an actual event where I can make some G20 progress, and that's what's important to me. So let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below. Am I crazy about wanting Scopely to be a little bit more transparent about things? What are you doing with your energy? Are you going to chase that ISO 8 energy for the Shadow King passive? That's just it for now. There might be more for me to talk about later, but it's like after midnight for me. Making videos here in Germany, the times of difference is way different. So I need to get used to setting up things better. The reset time is not great for me because I'm up super late, but I'm going to make the best of it. So that's it for now, guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and you'll be greatly helping out the channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.